So this is the spot that I had last night, and it's a good one. You know, there's no residents on the right side there, and on the left side there's a giant pelican poop, and beyond that there's a park. So I'll show you outside, but you can see this location is good. This is the kind of thing you're looking for. There's no timed signs, so there's no time limits. There's no meter, which is obviously important as well, because you don't want to be waking up in the morning and having to stoke the meter, ideally. And sometimes if you find a spot that's good enough, you can even stay there for longer than a night. I prefer to move every day, and where I cook is usually not where I sleep, but a spot like this, I think you can kind of get away with it a bit more. So, you know, that's my feeling. But so yeah, last night I made a spaghetti bolognese, which turned out pretty damn good. Had some wine as well. Put some of the wine in the spaghetti bolognese. I got some basil for tonight. I'm going to cook some Thai food. So I still have the TV that I have to move. That's not really in a good position, obviously, with the cooker right there. And I do have to cook on a really low temperature just to make sure that survives. But I haven't been able to find what I need to move the TV to the spot that I want, which is probably going to be up here, or maybe slightly to the left, but something like that. So all is good. Oh, let's have a look outside. How are we going on this gorgeous day? I mean, look at this. How can you complain in this country, apart from the broken government, which everybody's talking about at the moment? So that's something that I'd like to get further into. Finances and the dating market in this country are broken, and the whole system is not doing very well. So another camper van there. So there are some apartments over there, but not too bad. I'm not getting much solar in this position because I am on the wrong side of the road, because I'm tilted to the left. Obviously with the sun, likes to be directly at it, but honestly, it's okay. Not too bad at all. So I'll show you some of the views. I'll show you the park on the other side. I might go and have a look at that. Look at this. Amazing. This is just across the road from where I parked my van last night. So, yeah, looks like we have some squatters down there, and we have some sort of a grave. Don't know that much about Port Macquarie, so Captain Ormond's Ormonds? Interesting. Yeah. It's pretty cool. So there's a bit of a walk here. Never done this before, so curious to see where this goes to. But yeah, man, I tell you what, Australia's cooked. Financially, this place is a mess. So they tried to quantitative tighten, and they slow down the money printer, and yet inflation still hasn't come down. I want to tell you that's not a good sign. And the job numbers are good. So if anything, we could be going into stagflation. And it's very concerning because they've already started the money printer up, but inflation hasn't come down. And from all of my research when it comes to money, which has been most of my life, I do believe that when inflation doesn't come down by fixing it in that manner, then it means that you have a dollar that is just devalued too far and you're unable to control the fiat currency in the way that you'd prefer. I mean, having fiat currency that's backed by GDP is never really going to be a good long-term solution anyway. You know, I mean, you got the Romans, they survived for 1,000 years because they managed to do what they did over a long period of time. And when they started debasing their currency, which was actually a real currency, not fiat currency, you know, things still went downhill, and the same things happened. They started to have a lot more migrants to try and patch the holes, the jobs that people wouldn't do. And, you know, because everybody kind of became wealthy. And then when inflation hit, of course, the same thing happened. You had a bigger wealth divide. And the same stuff that we're seeing happen here in Australia, in America, the UK, New Zealand, Australia. It's just happening all over the world right now. Any country that's used fiat currency and not backing it by anything and then printing the crap out of it, well, they're going to end up with the same situation that we have here. So, good times. But I think if you understand the money system pretty well, you can take advantage of it. Because we always see a massive rise in prices just before a big crash. Just before the Great Depression, we saw the prices of everything go up, a massive bubble, before it all came crashing down. The similarities between the 1920s and now are quite noticeable. So I'm already setting up my assets in a way where they're going to be strong no matter what happens. But we're seeing the property market in many countries already starting to come down because obviously these prices were already overinflated. So who knows? But I can tell you that what's coming has been coming for a while. And as soon as COVID hit, I thought this is the catalyst. This is the black swan event that we needed to push us over the line. The straw that broke the camel's back, if you like. And that was my theory I had before. And I've just been watching everything that I thought that might happen, pretty much happen. If you understand money well enough, you can know what knee-jerk reactions will happen. Then the government gets themselves into a corner, and they either have to reset their dollar, go to war, or print their way out of it. But when your dollar's already been debased by 99%, I mean, there's not really much more power that currency has. That's when they have to look at going back to maybe gold, maybe some Bitcoin, maybe a combination, maybe something else. Don't know. But let's see. I mean, man, this place is really nice. Look at these fans, man. That's so cool. I do miss the nature in Australia. This is really nice. I'm glad I found this spot. This is really cool. The thing that I love about Australia, more than living in Asia, one of the things, is that there's just not that many people around. Everywhere you go is just quiet. You know, you hardly see another person. Whereas Thailand, man, you could be in the strangest place that you could just never imagine there'd be people, and there'll just be people. This is always how it works. I'm going to go and check out the beach, I think. So it looks like we've got a caravan park over here. That's pretty decent. Yeah, this is nice. It's a really nice day today. I'd say we're probably getting up close to 20 degrees today. Some of the animals that you might see in this area, in this park. I didn't see too many of these today. So in the car park down here by the beach, and I can see a lot more caravans. You know, I was listening to a documentary yesterday And they were saying about 60,000 people in Australia sleep in their vehicle every night. And these numbers apparently are not really connected to any statistics because they don't really know much about them. So they don't know much about their jobs or if they work, how they survive. They're kind of not really documented a lot of the time. So there's 60,000 unknowns, the way they kind of look at it. How beautiful is this? So there's all these painted rocks. The skate park. Got an inlet. Port Macquarie, obviously it's a port. How nice is this though? So, this is Port Macquarie. Anyway, so that's a little bit of a look at Port Macquarie and a small talk about money, which we'll get into further details in the future. Big caravan park right there to finish off the video. So hopefully you enjoyed the view and the conversation, and we'll talk again soon.